Greetings and salutations. We finally get to talk about a Star Wars show that I really like. In this case, Rebels. With the very first episode, Spark of Rebellion, which is actually a two-part episode, but you know, like when it first appeared, it's like said to be continued, and then skaboom, right into it. So let's talk about it. What actually happened in this episode? Well, in this episode, we are introduced to the planet of Lothal and the Outer Realm, where, you know, like, say, other characters are introduced, such as the character of Ezra Bridger, a young Karnos who finds out his destiny has other plans for him as he encounters a small band of rebels who dare to strike back against the Empire. So, part one was basically, like, you know, him getting introduced to them, and then...
Who are you?
I'm the guy who was stealing that crate.
Hey, look, I stole this stuff. Whatever it is, fair and square.
And you made it pretty far. But I've got plans for that crate. So today's not your day.
Day's not over.
Oh, wonderful.
Him getting introduced to Kaden, Hera, Zeb, Sabine, and Chopper, and eventually, you know, him getting stuck on the Star Destroyer, and then them having to, you know, hey, we got to go back for him. One thing that this show actually introduces, especially in this first episode, is the characters of the Inquisitors.
Eliminate them along with any surviving Jedi who would train them. This is my master's command.
And so it will be done.
I believe they were already introduced in the, the expanded universe, but I believe the show came out when Disney had already bought Star Wars, so I believe this show was already connected, like say, okay, this is canon. The thing that makes this show great is, even though, like say, this show does not have any characters that are connected to the, you know, previous, you know, Luke, like Anakin, Obi-Wan, although Obi-Wan does appear as a bit of, like, say, okay, in the holocron, like, say, hey, Jedi, be aware, kind of deal. It is great, the fact that we have new characters that we would all eventually fall in love with.
I didn't get a chance to double-check Navi computer sync, but
Sabine, I trust your work.
Good luck.
Hera, about what happened. I don't want you to think... I just...
And I gotta say, the one thing that I don't want to spoil anything, but the one thing that is all you really can, like, say, hey, is great, is in the fact that since there's no Jedi Order, you can have a bit of love stories between Kanan and Hera. And yeah, I always felt like, say, that was one thing that, you know, when it comes to Star Wars, that it's sort of like, say, a tragedy in that Jedi at the same time aren't able to show their compassion for each other.
If one can be heard over the clanking of their battle droids.
Oh, the sarcasm of a soldier.
The delusion of a dreamer.
Duchess, Master Jedi, it's been a long journey. I think we could all use a little rest and refreshment.
Like, you know, love, but at the same time, like, say, hey, can't get married and all that. But after the fall of the Jedi, it seems like Jedi were able to have a bit of a free reign, in a way. Also, I really like the character of Agent callous in the fact that he is just like saying, a head stormtrooper dude who is eventually just going to become a pivotal role as the series would go on. There are moments of this show that the first episode that I really love, of this episode that I really love, like in that when they're going to rescue the Wookiees, how most of the animation and the action sequences of it.
Hey, I'm here to help.
So, Rebels actually has, when it comes to it, has a lot of great action set pieces. It's just a fun show. That they say, hey, this is an action adventure show. And yeah, I like Rebels. See you next time.